Have you ever felt a quiet nudge inside, whispering that it's time for a change? It might not make sense at first. It might even go against what's practical. But that inner voice, your intuition, your spirit, often knows the way before you do. Hi, I'm Maxine, business coach, consultant, speaker, and realtor. The last time I spoke with you, I shared 6 steps to regain your confidence. One of those steps was strengthening your spiritual connection. Today, I'm going to dive deeper into this step and why trusting your inner guidance might be the most powerful step you can take after 50. In 2019, I was running a 7-figure business that I had built over 12 years. It was successful, profitable, respected. On the outside, everything looked good. But then something happened. A caregiver in my agency made a decision that could have endangered a child's life. It shook me to my core. I remember filing a report with the state, dealing with the aftermath, and thinking something has to change. That's when I got a strong nudge from Spirit telling me it's time to sell the business. At first, I thought, really? Now? After everything I've built? But that inner guidance was clear. So I started exploring what it would mean to let go. Here's the truth: reinvention isn't just about strategy and action, it's also about alignment. You can make all the practical plans in the world, but if your spirit isn't aligned, you still feel restless, unfulfilled, or out of place. That's why listening to your inner guidance matters so much. It connects you to wisdom beyond logic. It helps you make decisions not just with your head, but with your heart and soul. People often ask, how do I know if it's really spirit speaking or just my own thoughts? In order to know if it really is spirit speaking to you or it is just your own thoughts, you have to develop the connection between yourself and spirit and strengthen it every single day. I have done this by creating a practice which I do every morning. I set aside 30 minutes first thing in the morning to do the following. First, I sit quietly. You can't hear guidance if your life is full of noise. I do breath work for about 5 minutes. Box breathing is a good practice. That's where you're breathing for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4, exhale for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4, and then repeat. You can also choose to exhale for greater than a count of 4. It's up to you. Do what makes sense for you and what you need. This technique tends to put me in a calm state. Next, I read my favorite passage from the Bible or a daily spiritual book, such as the Daily Word. I then set my intention for the day. And then I request Spirit to come and join me here. And then I ask for a specific guidance or general guidance. And general guidance could be, if this is your first time doing this or it's new to you, general guidance could be just asking Spirit to be here and develop a stronger relationship with Spirit. You then listen and journal what comes up for you. Don't question it or second guess it. The guidance often comes as a gentle nudge, not a loud shout. It may feel calm, even if it's pushing you towards something uncomfortable. You may not get guidance right then and there, maybe in the later day or when you least expect. For me, I tend to get my guidance later in the day when I least expect it. You may notice recurring signs, thoughts, themes that shows up in conversations, books, or even music. Spirit often speaks through patterns. You don't have to leap into the unknown all at once. Start by following small intuitive prompts. If you're being nudged to call a friend, call that friend. To sign up for a class, sign up for the class. Or to take a walk. Each step builds trust. I will tell you, yesterday morning I awoke and the first thing I felt was like I needed to take a walk. I looked out the window and it was overcast. I turned on the TV to hear the news and the weather, and I heard that it was going to be raining all day yesterday. I looked at the weather app on my phone and it said the rain was going to start in an hour. I said, okay, change into my workout gear, washed my face, brushed my teeth, and took a walk. Then something came to me that I was not even thinking about, something that had occurred in the past, and I was wondering why. And I got an answer right then and there. And it was like, wow. But if I had not taken that walk, I would not have received the answer to a question that I had asked a while ago. Trusting your inner guidance doesn't mean the journey will be easy. It means that it will be soul-led. Keep in mind that you have free will and don't have to trust spirit. But what I have found that it is a struggle when you don't listen and follow what you're being guided to do. Life becomes so much harder because my human self, guess what, doesn't know the way ahead. I am a spiritual being. We all are spiritual beings having a human experience. I chose to come to this earth school. And I came with all the spiritual tools and powers, such as intuition, imagination, for me to utilize in order to prosper. Selling my business, downsizing my home, and starting over at 58 was not easy, but it was right. And I believe that if you're feeling the nudge to reinvent your life, your spirit already knows the way. Your job is to trust it. So let me ask you this. Have you taken the time to connect and develop a relationship with spirit? Because reinvention isn't just about rewriting your story or rebuilding your income. It's about realigning with your spirit in order to tap into your unmanifested potential. I created this channel, The Reinvented Woman with Maxine, to help women over 50 do just that. Rewrite your story, rebuild your income, and reclaim your confidence. And if you'd like some practical tools to go along with the journey, grab my ebook and journal workbook. The link is in the description. Remember, it is not too late. You are not too old. And your best chapter is ahead of you. Peace and possibilities.